Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So a lot of people ask me how I have time to do everything and how I manage my time so well that even if I procrastinate, I still manage to get things done. So today I'm gonna give you some of my personal tips on time management. Now, before we start, I want you to ask yourself why you think you don't have the time to do what you want to do. Is it because you really don't have the time to do it, or do you just procrastinate? When I ask people why they procrastinate, I often get answers like, I have no time, I'm lazy, I don't have the motivation, and when I do finally have the time to do it, I'm tired. So I've heard these kind of excuses so many times, and I'm here to tell you that the reason that you procrastinate and the reason that you can't get anything done, it's not because of how unmotivated or how lazy you are. It's because you lack self-discipline, right? Sorry. Right, so let me just silence my phone, sorry about that. But yes, it is because you lack self-discipline, and today I'm going to give you some tips on how to improve on that. So the first thing that I want you to do is to figure out what are the things you want to do and the things that you need to do. Write it down, list it out. I want you to visualize it on paper. And now I want you to rearrange those things that you've written according to how important they are. Now, by important, I mean how beneficial it is to you, how beneficial it is to your future, how good it is for you, not just on how much you enjoy doing that activity. Basically, you're sorting out your priorities right now. So I will let you do that right now. After that, you're going to set that aside because we'll come back to it later. Now I want you to take a look at this life wheel. I did not create this, by the way, but I use it quite a lot. So before I explain what the life wheel is, I want you to fill in the life wheel. Just color it in according to how you feel right now in your present life. How do you feel about your present life at the moment? Fill it in. Just color it in. It should look something like this, yeah? Now, I want you to do the same thing, but go back 5 years ago. And then do the same thing, but think of yourself 5 to 10 years into the future. Like, what do you want? And in the end, you should have 3 wheels of the past, present, and future. Like I said, this is a wheel. So in order for a wheel to run smoothly, everything has to be balanced. So you want to try to keep every single part of the wheel as balanced as possible. And you're going to use these 3 life wheels to help you visualize and pick out which part of your life you need to prioritize and improve on right now. Look at your chart and see which part is not matching up. This is a great way to prioritize, to figure out what things in your life need prioritizing. Take your list of things that you have just written before, and I want you to slash off all the things that you don't need to do. Things you can afford not to do right now in order to make time for things that need the most growth. I will let you do that. This wheel thing, this life wheel thing, it should help you figure out what you need to prioritize pretty easily. If you still have problems on that, then I can't help you. But yes, that is that. Now I'm gonna move on to my actual tips on actually managing your time and getting things done. So I've got 7 tips for you guys. The first tip that I have for you guys, you're not gonna like this, it's exercise. Yeah, I know you don't want to hear this, but exercise helps with not just your physical strength, but your mental strength. Working out requires you to keep focus, and it keeps you more productive, especially if you do it in the morning. And most importantly, it takes self-discipline to work out every single day, which is essential, by the way. Self-discipline, it's essential for good time management. So you want to do things that build self-discipline. Tip number 2, I've said this a million times before, stop scrolling on your phone mindlessly. Stop mindlessly scrolling on your phone. So part of the reason why a lot of people can't seem to focus for long periods of time and actually get things done, well, it's mainly due to their phones, right? The more time you spend on your phone, the more time you're wasting, and you're also doing some serious damage to your ability to focus. You do something for like 15 minutes and then you get distracted and wander off, and then you procrastinate, and that just results in you not being able to get anything done. So you got to build on your self-discipline and build up on your focus. So put your phones down. It's not hard. Okay, pick up a book. It can be any book. Just pick up a book. 15 minutes, just 15 minutes every day. Read it and train yourself. Focus, patience, focus, patience. Focus is key. Focus is key to not procrastinating. You want to think long-term gratification and not short-term. Tip number 3 is to always Twitter. Oh, it's Elon Musk. Tip number 3, always plan ahead. Now, if you want to be able to do everything on your list, you have to plan ahead. You cannot be spontaneous about it. You can't just go about your day and let it be if you want to make the most out of it. 9 out of 10 times it has to be planned ahead. A lot of the times people find it hard to manage their time because they don't plan it out well enough, and in the end it just gets really overwhelming, and so they stop. Now, I want you to take your newly curated list, take your planner and plan it. So you want to space out all the activities throughout the week. Don't try to cram it all in one day. Don't overload yourself. You want to try to have your plans be mostly things that you need to do, with 1 or 2 things throughout the day that are things that you want to do. So in between those work activities that you don't particularly enjoy, you want to throw in a little bit of self-care. Something like watching 1 episode of your favorite anime or favorite K-drama series, but don't binge. For me, I personally recommend light reading, maybe reading some picture books, listening to music. I love listening to Disney classical piano music. Yeah, it relaxes me. Or just playing with your pets, something like that. Don't go on TikTok. Don't go there. If you know you're gonna get addicted to it, then just don't go there in the first place. Now, you want to stick to your routine for a while and see how it feels. You know, maybe stick for it for like a week and see how it feels. If it feels a little bit too overwhelming for you still, you can just take some activities out from that day and just space them out throughout the week. You don't have to start off by doing everything. You can slowly build up to doing more things. The more you do it, the more your body will find a balance. You know, just like a little sweet spot that works perfectly for you. Tip number 4, this is pretty obvious, sleep. Now, I know this doesn't apply to me because I have SSS, I don't sleep. I literally only need 3 to 4 hours of sleep, but this does apply to the majority of people. You cannot expect to get work done if you're tired all the time, so please just make sure you make time to sleep and try to take little power naps throughout the day and then stretch after. Tip number 5, stop saying yes to everyone. A lot of people, especially beginners, they try to help everyone. I've said this before and I'll say it again. You cannot help anyone if you don't help yourself. You're not in a place where you can help people yet, so stop helping everyone. And also, you need to stop doing things you don't want to because you're just too embarrassed to reject the other person because you feel it's kind of rude. Learn to say no. It's okay to reject people in order to focus on yourself. It's okay to say no to hanging out with your friends for a while. If they're really your friends, they'd understand. If not, then they're toxic and you should probably find new friends. Tip number 6, ask for help. I like to call this one working smart. So this is when you outsource your errands to someone else so that you can use that time to do something more valuable. So if your mother asks you to wash the dishes, maybe pass that on to someone else, maybe a younger sibling. You can either ask them nicely or you can bribe them. So just give them a little tip, $5, $10, $20, etc. You're not wasting money. You're not wasting money, all right? You are buying yourself more time, and time is money. So it's a good exchange because you don't want to waste your time doing something mundane when you can be using that time to, you know, invest in yourself. So that little $5, $10 investment that you used to pay, it's an investment for yourself because you're buying yourself more information, you're buying yourself more time. It's not a waste of money. Don't try to do everything by yourself, especially if it's gonna waste your time. Now, my last and final tip, you have to give something up, at least in the beginning. This is one of the most important tips. Being able to do everything, there's a catch to that. There's always a catch. You can't have everything yet. Eventually you can, but not in the beginning. So don't try to do everything at once. I had to give something up. I don't have a great social life apart from my best friend, but even then we don't normally hang out. You can't just hang out and chill with your friends all day and also expect to have enough time to do all the work that you want to do. So let's say you're focusing on school now, but you also want to be that girl, and at the same time you want to be a millionaire, and you want to get into a serious committed relationship, and you want to adopt a puppy. How's that gonna work for you? You have to think about the life wheel. The thing with the life wheel is you can't do everything at the same time. So while you are focusing on the parts that you have to focus on, you have to put aside the parts that are already filled, even though you enjoy them. Yes, you're gonna have to suffer for a while, but it's only temporary. You will come back to it after you're done filling up the rest of the wheel. So I gave up my social life when I was younger, but I have no regrets because I'm 23, turning 23 in about a week or so, and I have pretty much filled up everything on my life wheel except for my love life, but I'm not in a rush for that. And my social life, it's getting better every day. I'm meeting new people every single day, and the quality of the people that I'm meeting as a 23-year-old, it's a lot better than the people that I would have met in the clubs when I was 18. So I'm just saying, quality matters. I basically skipped the whole meeting shitty people at 18, so save myself the trouble. Also, I hate clubbing, by the way. I really don't enjoy it. It's up to you if you want to suffer first and then get a really big reward, or you can just get a really just kind of mundane rewards and then suffer the rest of your life. I'm kidding, but you get the point. So yes, that is how I do things. I basically gave up my social life for a couple of years and I focused on building on myself, my self-growth, self-discipline, mental focus, and obviously I got better at choosing the right things to do and planning it out. Yeah, that is it. That is how I do things. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see I'm quite busy. I do a lot of business meetings. I run around a lot. I have like 5 to 6 meetings every single day. And I also do YouTube, so I'm a very busy person. Also, I work out 5 days a week. And then I also do lots of really interesting hobbies. These are all the things I did to improve. It's like an attitude thing. If you change your mindset and you change your attitude, naturally your actions will change. Your mindset's gonna affect your attitude, and your attitude's gonna affect your habits. Your habits are gonna affect your actions, and it just builds up from there. It's not that hard. That is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys want more videos like this, tell me in the comments below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.